In this video, I'll talk about how we picked up mooring balls in the Virgin Islands, specifically US Virgin Islands. Many mooring balls are available to pick up across most islands in both USVI and BVI. I was behind the helm and Katie was on the bow picking up the mooring ball. Technically, she is picking up the pennant attached to the mooring ball, not the mooring ball itself. Most mooring balls are set up like this with the pennant across all the islands. After she dragged the pennant on deck using boat hook, she put the bridles through the eye of the pennant, then tied them up on the bow cleat, one line at a time. Before we sailed the Virgin Islands, we rarely picked up any mooring balls. We either docked or anchored. In 7 days of sailing the Virgin Islands, we picked up more than a dozen mooring balls in 7 different locations. So it's not surprising it took us longer than expected in our first couple of tries, even though we know the whole process on paper like the back of our hand. Eventually, we significantly improved the efficiency by forming our own routine, such as setting up the lines and positioning the boat. In this video, we'll share what we learned and the step-by-step process how we picked up mooring balls in the US Virgin Islands. Step 1. Arrive at the mooring field. Some mooring fields are packed, especially if you arrive late. We learned to be patient and carefully canvass the whole field to look for the mooring ball. Sometimes with current and waves, mooring balls are buried in the water, are not so easy to be found. In a couple occasions, boats arrived earlier than us, missed the mooring balls, and left. We found it's worthwhile checking out the area near the shore. It often got overlooked. In French Polynesia, we missed an obvious one in front of a restaurant, ended up picking a difficult one from the stern. But that's a story for a different time. If you are interested, checking out our Bora Bora video. When driving through the mooring field, make sure to drive slow. Watch out the water activities. Avoid driving over the mooring balls. Step 2. The best way to approach the mooring ball is to drive the boat up against the wind and the current. If the mooring buoy is close to the shore or restricted area, be mindful of the strong winds and the depths, especially in strong current. Due to the high freeboard of a catamaran, the mooring buoy and its pennant usually disappear within 15 feet or more to the bow. The catamaran we sailed the Virgin Islands is a Bali 4.2 with very high helm station. I could see as close as 10 feet to the bow. For other catamaran with lower helm station, like Sunsail that we sailed French Polynesia, or Sea Winds with helm station even lower, I approach the mooring ball by pointing the starboard bow, or whichever side the helm station is, towards the buoy. This way I could see the buoy as close as possible. Then I could either rotate the boat slightly to put it in the middle of the crossbeam, or just pick it up from the side. It's quite useful when you are short-handed. In the Virgin Islands, the standard setup is 2 buoy system. The bigger one is mooring buoy with chain or rope tied to a piece of concrete or anchor in the bottom. The smaller one is a pennant. It's tied to the bigger buoy. What Katie needs to pick up is the pennant, the smaller buoy. After that, she needs to put the bridle through the eye of the pennant, then tie it back to the bow cleats. In some islands, temporary mooring buoy not meant to be overnight doesn't have pennant, so you have to pick up the mooring buoy directly. In this case, it's just a milk bottle. There are two different ways to set up the lines. On Bali 4.2, there are no cleats on the crossbeam, so we have to use the standard bow cleats on the side. Some other boats have cleats installed on the crossbeam that makes things much easier. The problem of using standard bow cleats on the side is that the lines have to go through a few stanchions properly to the pennant, then follow exactly the same way back. A couple times in Katie's early career of picking up mooring balls, the line went through the wrong side of stanchions. She had to do it all over again. After a few early mistakes, Katie found out the best way to set up lines is to lead both lines to the same side of the boat, and she always picked up the mooring balls on this side. Since the helm station is on the starboard side, so naturally she picked up the mooring balls on the starboard side. Positioning the boat requires clear communication between bow and helm station. It's important to find your own best system using hand or verbal signals, or the combination of both. One important trick I learned is not to completely stop the boat's forward momentum after Katie picked up the pennant. The reason is the pennant is usually downstream to the mooring ball, especially in a strong current. I know this one has no pennant, but it serves the same purpose. Katie always picked up the mooring ball the first chance she got, partially due to the very long boat hook. The line was stretched, especially in strong current. When boat completely stopped the forward momentum, the strong current quickly pushed the boat back. What happened was Katie couldn't hold down the pennant she just picked up. This was an easy fix. I just let the boat move forward another 3 to 5 feet after Katie picked up the pennant, then stopped the forward momentum there. The best way for us to tie the bridle is one line at a time. There is no need to rush and tie the both lines at the same time, since we only have one person on the bow. Once the first line is tied securely, the boat is stabilized. Then the rest is straightforward. Just pull the line to reach the pennant again and finish the rest of the bridle. After the first line is secured properly, you have all the time in the world.